Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is my little beauty space, and today I'm bringing you a little video that is a natural everyday makeup look, which you see right here. So if you want to learn how to get this look, then just keep watching. So first things first, I have already prepped my skin for the day. In the shower I cleansed my skin and exfoliated, and then I did my skincare. Then I also prepped with a couple things here. This Kaplan MD Daily SPF Moisturizer. I always wear SPF no matter what. And then I used some of this Bare Minerals Bare Skin Sheer Sun Serum Bronzer, and that just gives me a little bit of a glow. I prefer to have more of a glow. It just makes me feel better about myself, alive and fresh, and I feel like I look better. So that's done, and then I always put a little bit of this Soap and Glory Pillow Plump Lip Plumper just to get my lips hydrated and ready. So I have my coffee. And let's get started. This is just a very easy, simple, everyday makeup look. This takes me like 20-25 minutes. If I'm in a hurry, it'll take me 10 minutes. It just really depends. So, first thing, I'm going to use a little bit of this Caudalie Beauty Elixir. I love this stuff. You guys have no idea. Well, if it'll focus. Let me see here. Maybe not. Anyways, I love this stuff. So, a few spritzes of this. Oh my gosh, this smells so delicious. I have gone through maybe like 4 bottles of this, and every time I go back they're sold out of the bigger bottle. I keep meaning to get the bigger bottle, but we'll see. And then I like to go in with this Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, the Radiance one. And just add a little bit of this. I like to use this Milk Makeup blur stick, and I only like to use this in the little areas where my pores would be. This can be a little bit drying, so a little bit goes a long way, and you can see it already starts to matte some of that and blur some of that. So once that is done, I go straight into concealer, and I'm using the Hourglass Vanish Stick in the shade Nude. And then to blend that in, I'm going to use my Morphe M439 Kabuki brush. You can use whatever foundation or foundation brush that you have. You can even use a beauty sponge, but usually I get ready in a hurry, so I like to do the main job with this brush. And I always blend down the neck. I have been loving this foundation recently. It's perfect for every day, and it's buildable, so if you're going to do more of a glam look, you can build it up. It gives the skin some radiance, has more of a satin finish. And then what I usually do next is I go straight in with a little bit of cream contour. And I know you guys are thinking, ooh, contour on a natural day-to-day basis. This is so simple. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal. You can use a dark concealer, you can use a contour palette, it doesn't matter, you can use whatever, but this takes me like 2 seconds. I'll just do a little there. And then down my nose. A little on the forehead. We can bronze the skin up some, and then I go in with another Kabuki brush, and this is just a semi-clean one. I wash my brushes, the ones that I personally use, not my professional kit ones. I wash them about once a week, and today's Wednesday, when I'm filming this, so I've already washed them for the week. Some of them might already be used. And then I will just lightly buff that in. And you don't have to take this step. You can go ahead and go straight to concealer, and then you concealer. Why didn't I say that? And then contour with your bronzer, but I like to do this step. Okay, so there's that. And then I immediately go in with concealer. There's two types that I like to use on a daily basis. If I'm super tired, I will use this Bye Bye Under Eye by IT Cosmetics in the shade Neutral Medium. And I also love the Tarte Shape Tape in Light Medium. These are like my go-to. I think today, just for time purposes, I'm just going to use the Shape Tape. This one is pretty close to my skin color. I'm not like highlighting or going overboard. Put a little there, and I have a blemish here, so I'll cover that up. And then I get some redness around my nose and my lips, so I'll just put some of that there. And then I'm going to use my damp beauty sponge to blend this. I'm finally able to get back in the swing of filming videos. I love to film videos, makeup tutorials, hair tutorials, so if you guys have any requests, just comment them down below. I have time on my hands to do the things. I might add just a tad highlight under there, and it's the same Shape Tape, just in a lighter shade, but I'm not going to go overboard because that is light. And if you have darkness under your eyes, you're going to want to use the salmon colored concealer or something more close to your skin tone. I hate the look of a bright white concealer on the under eye when you can still see darkness peeking through. And a lot of the times that can be helped with like an eye cream or the right color concealer. So I'm just going to blend down the rest of my foundation. And now I'm going to set that with a little Laura Mercier translucent. I love this little mini size, it's so cute. I'll go right in with the pointy side of my beauty sponge. And then I'll blend out any little lines under there. And then I'll go ahead and set my chin. These little lines here. I tend to sweat right here. Is anyone else over this cold weather? It feels like January 47th and I'm over it. I'm ready for the warm weather. I'm ready for the beach and real sunshine glow. And while that kind of sets in, I will just go in with a face powder. This is MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Medium Plus. I love this. I have used this to death, and just a face brush and just set some of the other areas. Just so when I apply my powder bronzer, it doesn't look splotchy or anything like that. And then I will dust off any of that excess translucent powder. Now I will go in with bronzer, and I'm using the Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade 05 Soleil Baked Bronzer. I love this bronzer. It brings so much life to the skin and luminosity. It's so pretty. I use this all year round. I go through these like hotcakes. I love it, and I'm using the Morphe M527 brush to apply that. And I'm just going to apply this in my contour areas, whatever. chin. I love this bronzer because it's not orange and it's not super gray, but it has enough warmth to it. It's just a really pretty sun-kissed bronzer. And then I will go in with my contour palette, and you can skip any of these steps you want, but this is just what I do, and it's really simple for me. I have narrowed it down to a science. And I'm going to go with my Anastasia contour palette in medium to tan, and a little contour brush. This is the Morphe M523, and I'm going to take this shade right here, just a little bit, tap off the excess, like way tap off the excess, and I like to give my lips a little plump and slim down my nose a tad, so I will do that. Gonna blend out the sides. Just in my cheeks there. And then I will take that same brush that I used for my powder, and I will just kind of blend all that in. And now, one thing I love to do on the regular is I love this Hourglass palette. It has dim light, incandescent light, and radiant light. It's this pretty little palette. And I like to use this brown shade right here with just a little brush and kind of go over the bronzing areas. Nothing too crazy. This just gives you that lit from within glow. My forehead. This is one palette I think everyone needs in their collection. And then for blush, this is one of my favorite blushes. I think this is called Immortal Flower, Immortal Rose, Immortal something. It's a MAC blush. I will leave the exact name in the description box. I love this for a day today. I love a fresh pink, peach, coral, something very light. It brings so much life to the skin. It's really feminine and pretty. And this one is super light, so you can go heavy-handed on this and it'll still look super daytime appropriate. And I'm just using a Morphe E4 brush. So, before I do anything else, I will go ahead and spritz some more of that Caudalie elixir. Just kind of set those powders in place. Give it a second. And try not to move any of your facial features while that's setting in, because you don't want to create any lines or wrinkles or anything like that. Okay, and now I'm going to go back in with that Hourglass palette and use that middle shade to highlight. And this is a Morphe M501 brush. And this highlighter, it's not super glittery or pigmented. It just gives you this soft, natural lit from within. I am obsessed. And if you kind of see right here, the letter C, your highlight, it'll kind of give this lifted effect right there. And I love that. I hate when I see a highlight that's just like stark right here to here. I like when it looks like it's like coming out of your skin. And then I will kind of mix these two shades right here and just hit the eyelids. I don't wear eyeshadow on a day-to-day basis. Don't have time for that. Don't really care for that. And then I'll just take my blush brush and just kind of blend that in the cheeks. Next thing I do is I will just brush through my brows. And then This is this little trick that I found. I love brow gel. I naturally like my brows pretty fluffy. I have been obsessed with this little mini Benefit They're Real. It's a tinted primer, but it's like a light brown, and I'm obsessed with it for my brows. It has the perfect little brush. Maybe you can see this. But I am obsessed, and I will just go through my brows. And don't worry if you get any little marks or anything, we will blend that out. Just love the way this sets the brows and gives some color. And I mainly just really like this brush. Yeah, I have been obsessing over this little one. And while that is drying, I will go ahead and give my eyelashes a curl. So a really great tip for curling your lashes is if you start at the base and kind of lightly press and hold for a second and then work your way out. And that way you're curling your lashes all the way to the end and you're not getting that like indentation line. Mascara I've been loving recently is this L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. Love this stuff. Love the brush. It reminds me of the Too Faced Better Than Sex. But for some reason, I have a love-hate relationship with that mascara. And I don't know what it is. I haven't figured it out yet. So while that first coat of mascara dries, I'm going to take my eyebrow spoolie and just brush through that product. We're coming to life, finally! And then I'm going to go ahead and give my lashes a second coat. And then do my lower lashes. And then I'm going to take my brow pencil. This is the Goof Proof Brow Pencil. I think this is number 4. Maybe I lied, number 3. Not the darkest, but it's not the lightest. And then, no, actually move my camera. Not my camera, my mirror. Over here. I'm just going to lightly, I don't like overdone brows. I'm just going to lightly draw hair-like strokes at the bottom. And then I don't really fill in right here. The only thing I do is at the bottom, I will just kind of clean up that little area right there. And the same for the other side. And then I'll take my spoolie and I will just brush through them. And once my brows are done, then I will go back in with that Anastasia palette and a fluffy eyeshadow brush. This is the Sigma, I think the E40. And I'm just going to go in with this shade right here. And dust through the crease. Just to give me some dimension, but I love when the skin peeks through. And with that same brush, I'm going to go in with that darker shade right here. And just lightly. Now I'm going to take a little loose pigment. This is a NYX pigment. It's like a white pearly color, and this dome brush, and just give myself a little inner corner highlight. And then right before I'm finished, I will set my face, and I use that same Caudalie mist. Let that dry. So then usually for lips, I keep it really simple and natural. I like a nude liner. I love to wear a liner. And then I'll probably just put like a gloss. An everyday gloss that I wear is MAC Lush. This is one of my favorite glosses. Love this color. It basically matches every thing that I have that I own. And then some of my favorite nude lip liners for everyday are this one. I clearly love. It's NYX Natural. I love this one. And then I love MAC Boldy Bear is nice, but it's a little more pink compared to the natural. And then I love NYX Natural Beige, which is pretty. And I love MAC Spice. And then I love this Kaplan MD Nude. Basically anything that's really close to your natural lip color. So I'm probably just gonna do this Kaplan and MD one, I think. Let me wipe off my lip balm. I might do the NYX one. I don't know. I love them both. We'll mix them. This is literally what I do on a day-to-day basis. Thank you guys for watching with me. Please give this video a thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and comment below to let me know what type of video you'd like to see next. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.